Hey, sorry for not making a video. I've been trying to make a video lately, but I've been kind of failing at it, but I just wanted to make a kind of video response, and I also want to say I agree with you, Uncle Thomas, about, I sort of agree with you about, how white Americans and Europeans, and that video that you did on Asians versus, what was it? Europeans, right? Because for a past couple weeks, like before this, and I guess this could be for all my life, so I guess I've been having sort of an identity crisis, and I think the only reason is because, let me wait for these stupid cars to move by. It's either trying to identify with something, trying to find an identity, and then not really having a father in your life kind of makes you try to find your own identity. So I guess that's part of and I just been noticing something that I kind of been doing the same thing that white liberals do who hate themselves and then kind of kiss up and to minorities and want to say, oh, I'm so sorry and all that. Well, I was kind of doing the same sort of thing. I was having an inferiority complex to Europeans for not being purely one ethnicity. But I'm kind of coming to the point now that, yeah, you're right. We can't just leave. And I already have problems fitting in here. How am I gonna fit into a place like France or Britain? I may still distant relatives living over there, and maybe I could fit in with them. But there's also the point: what about everyone else who isn't a distant relative? What about them? And that's not to say I'm not proud of my ancestry. I mean, we can trace it back to 1475. To the Savoy region. And that man, you see my profile pic, I'm related to him. He's my ancestor, Pierre Bizet. He was a candidate for sainthood, and that's something to be proud of. But why am I going to kiss the ass of a people, of Western Europeans who look down on me? Why am I going to kiss their ass? I'm not, because at the end of the day, I am American. I can still be proud of my ancestry, but, first, 1475 in the Savoy region, and then, they were already kind of months even before they came here, because around the 1500s, I think they became Protestant, moved to Britain. Of course, they would have intermarried with Anglos and then probably Celts as well, people of Celtic ancestry, and then moved to settled in Virginia in 1691. So by then, they were already kind of, intermixed, if you catch my drift. But I guess I'm just kind of coming to the point that, I'm just not gonna kiss some European asshole's ass. I'm not gonna kiss people who look down on me. I'm not gonna kiss their ass. I'm sorry if my words are all jumbled up. Terribly sorry, but I guess that's just the point I'm at. My ancestors founded this fucking country. They founded it. I have many ancestors who fought in the American Revolution, the War of 1812, and the Civil War, both sides. What else? World War I, and World War II, and what is that other war? The Korean War. So yeah, this is my fucking country. It would be, I would be a coward if I'm gonna go off on this thing let's just leave. It would be betraying my ancestors in a way to do such a thing. So, no, we're going to have to stay here and fight for our country, whether we like it or not. So that's why, in regards to identity in America, I guess I just believe, I think the best thing for white Americans is a mix is pretty much regional identity. And now I'm not a separatist, mostly because I'm pragmatic and I just don't see it happening. And if I feel like if we can get, I prefer the whole entire pie to just a quarter of it, because to me a quarter of it is not really a win, it's still a loss. I guess that's my thought. But I think the preservation of regional identity is a better idea, because you have your perfect mix of your older European roots that came here through the settlers who settled here, right? But you also have a mix of traditional Americana, which balances itself out and creates more of a unique culture, to where it's not just McDonald's kind of American consumerism, but neither is it just trying to copy Europe. It's something unique. So that's what I feel like we need to go back to. I feel like we need to go back to some of the culture, not all of it, of course, before the Civil War. And maybe some of that was kind of here before even the United States, even, or early years of it. So I feel like we need to kind of go back to that. Not all of it, definitely not slavery, of course, but... And then what else? You made a good point. Like, you could go to Germany, or I could go to France, I could learn French, and they would, they'll look down on me and say, oh, you're not really French, because from their point of view, their French is just a culture. It's not an ethnicity. So they will consider an Algerian. Now, I don't know if you know this, but when Algeria was a colony, one of my relatives was actually a mayor of Liebert, and he was assassinated by Algerian bandits. But I just find it ironic, if you can trace your ancestry to a region and you try to learn the culture, the people there may not even, they'll still look down on you. But a new coming immigrant from Algeria is still going to be seen as more French than you. And just as you saying about Germany. So no, I'm not going to kiss those snobs' ass. Fuck them. That's the point I'm at. I don't fucking care about what those fucking Europeans have to say about it. This is my fucking country. So, I just want to say I agree with you. I think it's good to take pride in where you come from and all, but not to do it to be accepted by them. And at the end of the day, you realize you're still an American. So, you knocked some sense into me, so I just want to say thank you. Because for a while, it's kind of like, oh, well, I don't want to be a part of this country anymore. I want to leave because, I don't know, it's going to be good for my white ass and my children someday. Ooh. But is Europe going to be any better? Fuck no. So, yeah, I just want to say, good job. I agree with you.